So, how to master your 20s. Right, hello, you beautiful people. How we fucking doing? Yeah! Bam, 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 bam. I'm basically like Floyd Mayweather. Bum, bum, bum. Had a pretty good day today, just been training as I always do. Did some quite heavy rounds in sparring. So you might see a bit of bruising around my nose. I think I broke my toe as well. Yeah, it's not good stuff. Let me just get some H2O in me. Boom. I do apologise about the sound in this one, guys. I've not got the microphone on me, so I'm having to do the recording. Right, as you can see from the title of the video, so your 20s decide everything. No motivation, no talent. What you tolerate daily becomes your future. Right now, you're being pulled into two directions. Direction 1 and direction 2. Now, this is not done by accident. This is purely done by design. The people that create this paradigm are designing the realities like this because they want you to become one way, but we as a bad man individuals we are trying to go the other way. So let's get into the video and let's break it down. Let's go. And we've got a very, very powerful quote here, okay? And the quote says, it starts with obsession and it ends with mastery. So this quote comes from a photographer slash videographer. His name is Bailey Bolton. I've seen a lot of his work. A lot of stuff that he talks about in regards to life and stoicism is quite powerful and quite potent. Okay, so let's fly over here. Let's dive deep into the two directions. Okay, so this is the trap. This is the two avenues that people go down. It's section 1, which is the social conditioning, and then section 2, which is the 1%. Now, as we can see, the social conditioning wants you to be docile, wants you to be lazy, and wants you to be controllable. It wants you to be a weak man. Okay, there is a very, very powerful quote that I heard not too long ago, which I'm beginning to recite in my brain now, which motivates me anytime that I feel lazy. And that is, one sec, let me turn that down so you can't hear it. I've actually had to write it down because I've just forgotten it at the top of my head, which is quite funny. So, weak men are agents of chaos. They are the vector from which the devil operates. Very powerful. Very, very powerful. Right, so as I said, two sections. We have the social conditioning and we have the 1%. So let's go into a bit of the social conditionings itself. So society does not want strong, independent men. It wants men to be docile, distracted, and predictable consumers. That's what they funnel. That's what they're trying to create with this reality itself. Okay, so you're programmed to binge eat on cheap dopamine, which we can see from this picture here. Watch and absorb meaningless shows. Doom scroll for absolute fucking hours. Chase weekends instead of purpose, as we can see down here. This guy's partying. It's quite common for individuals who are prone to social conditioning to indulge in these pleasures. And it's essentially what it is everything that helps you escape reality instead of confronting and harnessing it. You're told to just relax, it's fine, you're 20, you're young, you've got all this life ahead of you. Or they make you believe, oh, everyone hates their job. It's normal. Like, it's normal to hate your job. What the fuck? Or the classic, which I'm sure everyone's heard, is at least it pays the bills. So to summarize, you're basically stuck in the 9 to 5. Trade your best days, your best years of that energy, that life source energy, where you basically have unicorn blood. You trade that for a paycheck. People just live for that Friday night buzz. So you'd be working all week and go, you know what? Oh, I can't fucking wait for that Friday because I'm gonna go out with this person, this person, this person. I'm gonna do this, that, this, and that. And then you end up numbing yourself with drugs throughout the nightlife, getting drunk, smoking weed, doing cocaine. And a lot of people, what they do is they get stuck in that rut and they continue this devilish cycle all the way into their 40. And then that's when they get that realization at 40 years old, what the fuck have they been doing? I understand why people get programmed by this social conditioning. I understand it's comfortable, it's relaxing, you have no worries, you can just coast through life. I totally understand why people get brainwashed by the social conditioning and accept it for what it is. I understand that. But comfort is expensive. It costs your time, confidence, and your potential. This is social conditioning in a bubble. It's easy, basic, crowded, predictable, and just purely disgusting. Now let's flip side it. Let's go to the opposite. We have the 1%. So the 1%. I have a very powerful statement up here. The mindset of the 1% will set you up for success. Okay. Now we've got to realize that this path is harder. Okay, but it works. So I'm a firm believer that the world itself is 50-50 energy with the good and the bad, God, the devil, whatever it is. Okay. Now in this current world we're in, I'm a firm believer that it's 70% the devil and 30% the 30% God. And what I believe is where everyone is so full of the devil or demon energy, or in regards to all this social conditioning, all this bullshit, and focus on this degeneracy. God's like, I've got literally no one to reward apart from these guys in the 1%. So what he does is he blesses these guys in the 1% even more than what he would do if it was a 50-50% balance, if that makes sense to you. So that's why people keep saying it's so easy to win, because everyone is over here indulging. This is the 70%. Oh shit. The 70% are here doing all the degenerate shit. Well, that 30% is here. That's why there's no competition. That's why it's so easy to win. That's why people winning day after day after day. So the 1%, they think differently. That's the bottom line. They train when they don't feel like doing it. They work when everyone else is resting. They delay pressure and build power. They understand that your body, your soul, this vessel you are, the vessel that God has blessed you with, is the foundation. So it's important that this itself needs to be treated like a temple and properly built up, as we can see from this first picture here. They understand that the mind itself is a weapon. So they read, they learn, and they sharpen their mind, as we can see here and from here as well. They understand that time and the time we have in ourselves, in our lives, is in fact a currency. They begin to go, you know what? And they stop wasting it. So what do? They begin to start working on themselves or work towards freedom, as we can see here. They begin to chase their goals. They set those goals and they attack them every single day without fucking fail. They build discipline instead of motivation. Now, it fucking bamboozles my brain. Everyone says I'm not motivated to do this, I'm not motivated to do that. Or they say to me, Kwasi, how do you feel so motivated? I ain't fucking motivated. I just have discipline. I just do this shit because it must be done. It's simple. It's just like that. I have no motivation half the time. I just do it because I'm hardwired. I've disciplined my mind to do it. It's a habit. The 1%, they consciously choose growth over comfort. Now, here's the truth that no one tells you. Confidence attracts opportunities. Purpose attracts high quality people. And that does include beautiful women. Although we don't always care about beautiful women, but they're good to have, you know, of course they are. I love a pretty girl. And that's not because they chase them. It's because they become a man that the women need and they want in their lives, and they attract them. Now, I must clarify, as I explain in a lot of my videos, this path is very fucking lonely. It is very, very lonely at the start. But when you get towards the middle echelons or the higher echelons, you start to see the other people that are on your wavelength, because it begins to compound very fast. So it's almost like a spiral effect. So here you're spiraling up, and getting better. And here you're spiraling down and getting worse and worse and worse and worse, if that makes sense. So as we turn on to the next section, we follow the mystical arrow. We come to the become a master. Now, in this section here, we must make a choice. You must make a choice, either path A or path B. Now, before you make that choice, I want you to internalize this quote by Marcus Aurelius, who's a famous Stoic. He says, what we do now echoes in eternity. Okay, so it's a very, very powerful quote. Let me just lubricate my lips because I'm very fucking thirsty. I'll let you ponder on that quote for a minute. So this is the fork in the road, path A or path B. So path A is pure discipline, it's pure growth, it's pure self-mastery, it's hard work now and free for later on in your life. Whereas path B is complete comfort, distraction and regret. It's that easy now and trap later mindset. We must realise that no one on this fucking planet Earth is coming to save you but you. No one is forcing you to choose, but it's a conscious decision you have to make. Now, you might not realise this now, but your habits have already picked one. Analyse your habits and categorise yourself and be like, oh shit, I'm actually in path B without even realising. And I just burnt my fucking foot on the radiator. Jesus Christ, that's hot. Shit. Right. So let's go down the path A. Let's go down the yellow brick road of path A as I readjust my bed. Right, so as I said, path A, that is the path of self-mastery, the path of growth. Whether it's adopting or learning a new skill, which is martial arts, hobbies, or new works, or just adopting the 1% habits, which is the working out, learning, or chasing goals, okay? This is the most important side, in my opinion. This is the one everyone needs to be going down, okay? As we can see, chasing all these martial arts, hobbies, and works results in this lovely picture of 936 million dollar in the account, which I'd love to fucking have, which I'm going to have one day. I think that might actually be 963 thousand. I can't see because I've not got my glasses on. And then we have path B, which is the generation central, guys, okay, which is the social condition degenerate bum with no money, no women, no fucking nada. Look at this guy here with no fucking money. This is what a lot of motherfuckers are. All right, now guys, please make a conscious decision. What path are you going to go down? Path A or path B? Okay, now if you want to master your 20s, you have to go down this path here. You want to begin to go down that path, adopt the skills of the 1%, learn new things, set goals, work out all the time, take care of your mind, your body, and your soul, and that will have the compounding effect of you coming better and better and better and elevating your life. So to make that clear, if you want to master your 20s, adopt the skills of the 1%. Okay, guys, that's me for this video. You know I like to keep it short, snappy, and all that bullshit. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Pow, 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 pow.